Hello again, it's Sam. We're working on the Christmas little mini album. While we were away, I pulled, we being me, I don't know why I do that, I pulled this piece of the paper back and put two little metal pieces on either side for these magnets right here on either side. Just a second. Okay, sorry, my cord apparently has a short in it. Okay, so I also cut out all of the papers that are going to be put on the pages. I did not put the signatures in, which I think I'm going to do before I attach all the pages on for good measure. So give me just a minute to take all of this extra stuff out of here and set it aside, and then we'll get down to making pages. Actually, we'll leave that in there for now, and then we'll go back and take them out when we get the books done, or the signatures done. Alright, the signatures were going to be done in green. So, I have only 3 more sheets of green, so it's going to be green, red, green, folded together, just because I don't have enough of them. So most signatures are done with regular paper. These are done, I'm doing these in cardstock. So whereas you would normally have 10 sheets per signature with regular paper, these will only be 5 at most. And in this case here we're doing 5. All you have to do basically is cut these in half. That makes a signature, and that makes a signature. I only need 2 signatures, so that should be perfect. Sorry, I'm a little rained out today. Oops, sorry. I came home from my doctor's appointment and fell asleep for 3 hours. And my head is a little loopy now from napping in the middle of the day like that for so long. So I'm just cutting these at 6. They'll be a little shorter than the actual pages, which are 6 1/4, but that's okay. They stand out a little bit better that way. So that would be 1 signature. They do need to be trimmed down to 8 1/2, I think. Let me see here. Oh, to 8 even. So I'll do that one here on these, and that'll be 1 book ready to go. And then these pieces can be used as tags because they're perfect sized. Ugh. Wait. Really? Oh yeah, that's right. It looks awfully small, huh? They can be done bigger, longer. Like 9 or 9 1/2. The tabbed pages will make up the difference if you make them longer like that. I'm doing them the same width as the smaller pages, which are only 4 4 1/4. So, or 4 1/8, I mean. So, 8 works for me. And any of these these pieces that are not used, you can always use them for backing on cards and stuff like that, or matting on cards. I had so many doctor's appointments this week. I am all messed up. It's been days since the first part of this. Alright, so this one here, I'm going to do the 8 first and then 6. The rest of them I'm going to do that way. That way I can have some longer pieces that are usable. Oh, there's only 2 left. It's okay. Alright, so set that aside and get the scoreboard to make life easy on us. I'm going to score them in half. You can always fold them one at a time if you want to. That's always an option. I'm honestly going to score them because why not? Make sure they're all facing the same direction because these green ones are textured. They do have a front and a back, basically, a smoother and a rougher side. And they are all the same direction, so that's good. Good. Green. Red. Green. How do I have an extra green, huh? Oh, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very strange. Well, there's a couple ways I can deal with this, but ouch. I think alright, I'm going to do each signature in 4 pages. That'll make them even. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Then it'll be red in the middle and green on the outside. And that's fine. So just score them at 4, set them aside. Ugh, no nails. Alright. So, divide these in half. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fold it on the score. And there's your signatures, ready to go. And that's why I did the scores, just because it's easier. If you don't like the way that they stick out like this on the end, see how there's red sticking out? You can always slice them off after you get the folds done right. So I'm going to pause this real quick and then restart it because it likes to die on me. So here we go. Hold on. Alright, next we will have to decide on what ribbon we're going to use for this. I'm going to use a white one. It's just a real thin white one. I'm going to pop 4 holes. I'm going to go in from the back side, come out the middle, tie them together, and then go in from the back side again, down here, come out the middle, tie them together. They're all going to be a bundle of ties here in the middle. Maybe. I could also do 4, so 2 and 2, and then go in here and out here and tie it, in here and out here and tie it, or something to that effect. I'm going to decide as I go, because that's how I work. Sorry for jiggling the camera. This cord leaves a lot to be desired. Stay where I put ya. Come on. Hold on a sec. Alright, fix the cord. I have the white ribbon, which is super duper fine. Can you see that? God, that lighting is so terrible. Alright, so we need the big bite, which is over here. The jumper doodad. As I always second guess myself on the name of this thing. Even though I say it right the first time every time. That. So put this on 1/8, which is the front of the 2-hole punches. And it has the little thing right there, right here. See it? Ooh, sorry for the glare. So we'll put that there, and then I think I'm going to go with the 4 holes, and then I will do the bottom from the outside, and then out in the middle, tie it off, and then the next setup from the outside, and then up the middle, up to the top, and then out and tie it off on top. So it'll have a little tuft of ribbon on the top and a little tuft of ribbon in the middle. It should be cute, hopefully. If not, well, we'll act like we meant it. So what I'm going to do first is put these 2 books together, because this can go through all this paper. And I'm going to go with my pencil and my ruler and mark, let's see, it's 6. So if I do an inch, and an inch, and then an inch and an inch. Alright, so an inch from each end, put that right up to the crease. An inch from each end. And then an inch and, let's see, an inch and a quarter, inch and a half from there. That'll give you, in this case here specifically, it'll give you a mark at 1 inch, 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, and 5 inches. That'll give you the 4 things relatively evenly spaced, though the 2 center ones are pretty close together on purpose in this reference. That's why I was staring at it for a minute there to see what would look best. So, because the tuft is going to come out here, from here to here, and then the line starts here again and then comes out here. So it should look good. And if not, like I said, we'll act like we meant it. And then you just line them up and punch the holes. Don't turn them back once you punch the holes. Kitty, what are you doing? Get out of there. those holes are punched, and then get this grit off the counter. And then we separate these back up. And mark the holes in here. I'm going to pull all this extra paper like I said I was going to do. Just set it aside. Since that I've already picked where I wanted them and all that, it is important to keep them in order as I take them out so that I know where to put them back in. And I don't think it'll look bad if I move them around anyway, but, you know, I'm pretty particular about these things. So, set that aside for now. I have to also ink the edges of all of them, which I failed to do on camera with these pages and pretty much the whole book, except for, you know, these papers on the outside. I went back through and did do it, though. No, don't do it. Kitten is into everything. Everything. So insane. Lord. What were we thinking getting a kitten? Alright, so line these up from top to bottom and center it in the space, the gap between the pages, the gusset, and then mark where the holes go. And that's good. And then punch them. Now this book could be done with chipboard covers if you wanted to. It seems to me it wouldn't be that hard to do. You just have to, you know, hinge it and all that fun jazz. Which, you know, if you ever made a regular mini album, you have to do that anyway, so no big deal, right? I would like to see someone do one like that. I think it would be pretty neat. Alright, so then we take the next one, line it up top to bottom, center it in that gusset, make the little dots. Alright, punch the holes. Kind of a repetitive process. Oh, don't get it lined up. Oh, that's perfect. And then there you go. So you have all of your holes. And this can be set aside for now. Let's put it there. I'll put it away off screen. We're at 7 minutes already. Alright, so kitten, you're gonna get beat up. We're gonna fight, you and me. That should be more than enough to do both top and bottom, hopefully. If not, we'll use it for something else. And try again. So, don't have a lighter right now. Normally I would burn the ends of these, melt them down so they don't fray as easily, basically. I'm just going to cut them at a pretty sharp angle right now to use it like a needle, basically. There's one. Little fingernails. See this? The kitten is just getting into everything. Alright, so you're going to go in through here. No. in through the book first. Sorry, figuring this out as I go myself here. I'm going to put that one over here for now, get it out of the way. This is the one we're working with. So we're going to go in from the outside first. Not pulling it all the way through. We're going to go into the second set of holes on the book, or the signature, which is what a stack of pages is called, a signature. Then we're going to go through the bottom hole, and through the bottom hole in the cover as well. Leaving a hair of it sticking out at the bottom. And then this piece here is going to go through the cover. Oh, let me get to my spot here. Through the bottom hole in the cover, right here. Ah, dropped it. As easy as it sounds. Especially when it starts to fray like that. Then through the bottom hole in the second signature. I have to find a lighter before I start this next one because this isn't working so good. The puppy is fraying. Or as my mom would say, it's afraid. Huh. Through the second hole in the signature, and then through the second hole in the cover. Alright. And then these two are going to be tied in a knot. Oh Lord. Make sure you pull it very tight so they're both pulled up. Both signatures are pulled all the way up to the book. And then tie that in a knot. You could do a bow, or you can just trim it and leave it hanging. I am going to do a bow because I think it looks pretty plain Jane otherwise. You don't want that. I am by no means the best bow tire, just saying. Not to mention this is the side of the book, which does not help. Does not want to stand up. When you get it how you want it, put a dab of glue in the knot area. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to pause this for a second and be right back. Okay, we're going to do the second one. I wish I knew where my lighter was. Oh well. We're going to do the second string, which, again, start with the first hole on the top. On either side, doesn't matter. If you can get it through the signature and the spine of the book at once, excellent, excellent, excellent. And then these two holes, and we're going to go out the second hole. It's a little harder to do the second part because the signatures are kind of already in place from the first part, which makes it a little more difficult because you can't do the hole and then, or the book cover and then the spine of the signature because they're already where they're supposed to be. Alright, Jeebus. Then I'm having a little bit of problem getting them where you want them to go, so I'm stuffing them in with a pokey tool. If you have a pokey tool or a really small crochet hook or whatever, you can use that. Like a little crochet hook probably would be a little easier actually, because you can just stick it in the hole and pull it back through. Alright. Now in this case, we are quite obviously out of whack, so I'm going to pull some of this back through. Give myself some length on the other end. Like, way too much. Come on, happy medium here. There we go. These two spots here I will most likely cover up with one of the chipboard pieces or something to that effect. You know, whatever makes it look good. I'll try a bunch of things, see what works. So again, tie it really tight in a knot, and then a bow. And when you get them where you want them, put a little dab of glue on the knot part of the bow so that it does not fall apart. And don't forget to burn your edges of your strings so that it doesn't look like that frayed mess. Can you see that, hopefully? Ugh, the lighting in here. Jeebus. I hope you can see that. It's very frayed anyway. All jokes aside, my bow is upside down. That one is totally upside down, strings up in the air. Oh, kitty, why do you do that? I love you to pieces. Keep your claws to yourself. Alright, going to pause it, upload these parts of the video so that this thing does not delete them like it likes to do. Okay, see you in a bit.